and stay together. Everybody juntos, together. So maybe at your school, okay, ladies, hold on, I'm taking a picture of the burro, hold on. Yeah, over here, eyes on me. So maybe at your school you have a courtyard that's coming over. Who were those people? Yes, sir. Say it again. Native Americans, very good. The Native Americans weren't too happy. Imagine being a Native American kid and all of a sudden, hold on, sweetie, hold on. And all of a sudden seeing all these strangers coming on your land. At first you might be going, what's going on? And after a while, are you gonna like it or not? Everybody together? No. So there's gonna start being a lot of this between the Native Americans and the colonists. By this I mean, and what's the word that this means? It begins with the letter B. Everybody. Battles. A lot of battles. If there's going to be a battle between the Native Americans and the colonists, and don't worry, honey, I will come back to you. Would you want to be in a casa like outside, like el jacal, or would you rather be in a house like this?
This.
Like this. The walls, the doors. And I also want you to notice something on the front, and you would have found them on every side of La Casa Mayor. See those holes up there? They're called gun ports. If you were inside that house and you knew that the Native Americans were going to attack, then somebody would be standing up there yelling, you know, they're coming, they're coming. Other people would be inside with a rifle or a gun through the gun port for protection. So everything about La Casa Mayor is about protection. Of course, it also has to do with having a lot of money. By the way, I noticed that some of you were looking at the 3 different saddles. That saddle over there is, they call it a pack saddle, the one that's on the donkey over there. That's like a work saddle. This one is a ceremonial saddle. Ladies, wouldn't it be nice if on your birthday, if your dad was a wealthy landowner, he went and he presented you with one of those saddles? Maybe you would, on first Sunday, that would have been nice. This is obviously what? A war saddle. Wrapping up. Over here. So there's La Casa Mayor, and outside, most homes back then had an horno because you did not want to be doing any cooking or baking inside that house. Even if it was the big fancy house, guess what? No matter how rich or how poor you were, you wouldn't be cooking or baking inside the house. Because our summers here in the Rio Grande Valley, just like back then, they got very what? Everybody together? Hot. Nobody wants to be doing any cooking in there. I want you to look at this ox cart. I want you to start thinking of puzzles and Legos. Guess what? Look carefully at this ox cart, at this carreta. There were no nails used to put it together. So think of like a puzzle. Okay, over here. Remember, everybody over here. It's Frank up there.
Oh, look at the bell, look at the bell.
And over here, here's the man that we were talking about earlier, Father Miguel Hidalgo. The reason the King of Spain did not like him, like I told you earlier, was, guess what? The King of Spain started becoming very...
Unfortunately, time's against us, but I do want to remind you that on Saturdays, it is free between 10 and 12. You can bring as many people as you want for free. Okay, let's quickly gather around this bell. Here we have a large bell. This bell has the year. Can everybody find the year on the bell?
1836.
That's right. In 1836, I'm going to give you 2 clues. We lost a battle, and it happened in San Antonio, Texas.
Alamo?
That's right. In 1836, we lost the Battle of the Alamo, and that is the only reason why this bell is here is because the year on it of 1836. This bell was dedicated to a lady by the name of Doña María Guadalupe de Meléndez Pedro Vallate. And if you look carefully around the bell, you can see some of the initials. Okay, let's quickly walk around here. Now on your left side, this picture shows the glory seeds. 1836, when the Battle of the Alamo was lost, we fight again in Goliad, Texas, a couple days later, and we lose again. Texas lose again, but in San Jacinto, Texas. That's how they say it. San Jacinto. Mexican soldiers, it was an early morning sneak attack, so the Texans sneaked up early morning. Mexican soldiers had marched all night, they were tired, and it was an early morning attack, and the soldiers were killed in 18 minutes. Okay, let's walk this way. Okay, 1846, we were using steamboats like the one you see right here on the Rio Grande River. Who here has seen this river of the Rio Grande? Okay, who here has been to Matamoros, Progreso, Reynosa, Camaro? Right, remember the river we crossed to get there? That's the Rio Grande River, and at one time we were taking soldiers and weapons from Brownsville, Texas, all the way up to Rio Grande and Roma by steamboat. After that, all the latest news, all the latest ideas, everything new, from tools, furniture, was coming by steamboat. That's how we got everything. Now, on the top part is a pilot house where they steer the steamboat. Second floor is where they conducted business, had fancy dinners. The bottom floor is where they were bringing all the goods in crates like that, and barrels. They had coffee, oats. I'm sorry? That's the name of the steamboat. Okay, now, another thing that they were bringing. Okay, on your right side
steamboat.
are the type of weapons they used at that time. On the left side is a pilot house where they steer the steamboat.
Oh, we can't.
I do want to remind you that you are on the front part of a steamboat right now. That's right. Now, I want you to use your imagination, and I want you guys to pretend that it's 1870.
I got missiles, lots, cotton, rich.
That's right. 1870. We're on a steamboat, and we're gonna get off here in Brownsville at the Miller Hotel. First hotel in Brownsville, Texas. Now, I want you guys to use your imaginations and think that you guys are soldiers, wives of soldiers, or salesmen. And we're either conducting some sort of business here at the Miller Hotel or waiting for a ride to get on the steamboat. 1870, here we go. We're getting down in 1870. Remember, people are unloading all the newest stuff. Everything new is coming by steamboat. So we're getting off here, Miller Hotel. Now, over here to on the back, you'll see a sewing machine, a safe. Remember that we were making a lot of money and we had to keep our money what?
Safe.
Right. Here we have a cotton gin. Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin, and what it does, it takes off the seed, because
It was called white gold.
are in rows of
Cotton
plants, right?
in
Rows of
the
plants.
1870s
People
was
used
called
to
white
not use
gold because
machinery,
you
and
would
they
make a
take
lot
all
of
this
money.
cotton, and it has seeds in it. So what they had to do, what this cotton does, it takes out the seeds 50% faster than humans, and it did bring down some plantation slavery. So Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin. Hey, excuse me.
Wow.
Can you walk this way, please? Wait, right there's that line, right? Okay. Now behind me, I want you guys to tell me what type of tree did you see behind? Work apart, right there. What type of tree? Mesquite, that's right. Mesquite is our native tree. It is all over the place, right? It has a long thorn, long seed. Now, how about palm trees? You guys see palm trees behind me? Well, palm trees are native trees. They don't just grow here. In 1930, the Great Depression, one of the jobs that they brought to the Rio Grande Valley was to plant palm trees. Because they wanted this area where we live to be more inviting. They wanted people to come and buy land and come and visit the Rio Grande Valley, because who would want to go visit there? Does that look like Disneyland behind me?
No.
No.
Right? But when we see palm trees, it seems like vacation, right? We want to go. And that is the purpose of why we have so many palm trees. They also divided land with them. Now, have you guys heard about the college down the road changing their name? UTRGV.
UTRGV.
And the mascot is what?
It's a cowboy.
Vaqueros, that's right. In English, it's cowboys. Now, the Vaqueros, a lot of people weren't too happy with that name. Actually, they petitioned to take it off. But the history of the Vaqueros is here in the Rio Grande Valley where we live when millions of longhorn cattle roamed this area. And the Vaqueros would have to take care of this cattle, raise the cattle, and sell this cattle. Unfortunately, they only got $5 per cattle here in the Rio Grande Valley, but in Kansas City and Chicago, they gave us 40. So that's why in cowboy movies, you see them taking thousands of cattle on cattle drives because they're going to go sell this cattle. Now, we're going to go through this leña fence that is made out of what type of tree?
Mesquite.
That's right, our native tree.
Native tree.
Now, it takes months to get to Kansas City. So at the end of a hard day, you see that cattle?
Yeah.
Well, your job was to take care of that cattle. And at the end of a hard day, you would gather around this chuck wagon. So you guys go that way. Right there.
That's sand.
Shoot it that way. Okay, now the chuck wagon had all the food. It had the sleeping supplies. The vaqueros would also gather around the campfire and tell stories because back then there was no Googling, no Wi-Fi, no Snapchat, no Facebook, no texting. None of that existed. It was all about having a good old-fashioned conversation with your fellow vaqueros. Now, okay, let's go ahead and gather this way, please. Go right there in that line. Now, I want you guys to tell me what type of breed of cattle that used to be.
Longhorn.
That's right. Why?
They had a longhorn.
Longhorns. Right.
I could
Wait
tell
right
already.
there. Wait right there. Okay, now going back to our imaginations, I want you guys to think or imagine that it's you're home in a hot August day, no air conditioning. Lot of chores.
Cold in here.
It's
Now you see a hole in the ceiling. Remember that the steamboat was bringing all the latest stuff, so compared to the Hakal, we're getting more modern. And actually, the steamboat, boys and girls, that's the steamboat. Now we start getting trains. Now trains will bring all the latest stuff.
Bacon.
Family, and this store was located in Julia's. Walk this way. Now, remember, there were millions of cattle roaming this area. At one time, we had no fence and no barbed wire. In 1875, we started using barbed wire.
Good way to
Some of
hide
the
our
barbed wire we used
with
was back.
the covers on it.
These are some of the barbed wires we use. The bottom one is the one we still see today, right?
Yeah.
So once we started dividing our land with barbed wire, it was harder for us to get water from what river? Remember, we're talking about our history. The Rio Grande River. So there was 3 sources of water. You could go to the river and get water.